Now after Meriones yoked his sleek horses fifth, they boarded their cars and dropped lots in a helmet. Achilles shook it hard, Antilochus's lot leapt out, so he drew the inside track. Next in the draw came hardy Lord Eumelus, Atrides Menelaus, the famous spearman, next, and Meriones drew the fourth starting lane. Antilochus, Diomedes drew the fifth and last, the best of them all by far at driving battle teams. All pulled up abreast as Achilles pointed out the post, far off on the level plain, and stationed there beside it an umpire, old Lord Phoenix, his father's aide in arms, to mark the field at the turn and make a true report. Ready, whips raised high, at the signal all together lashed their horses' backs and shouted, urging them on. They broke in a burst of speed, in no time swept the plain, leaving the ships behind and lifting under their chests. The dust clung to the teams like clouds or swirling gales as their manes went streaming back in the gusty tearing wind. The cars shot on, now jouncing along the earth that rears us all, now bounding clear in the air, but the drivers kept erect in the lurching cars, and the heart of each man raced, straining for victory. Each man yelled at his pair as they flew across the plain in a whirl of dust. But just out of the turn, starting the homestretch back to sunlit sea, the horses lunged, each driver showed his form. The whole field went racing full tilt, and at once the fast mares of Eumelus surged far out in front. And after him came Diomedes' team, Tros' stallions, hardly a length behind now, closing at each stride, and at any moment it seemed they'd mount Eumelus' car, their hot breath steaming his back and broad shoulders, their heads hovering over him. Breakneck on they flew. And now he'd have passed him or forced a dead heat if Apollo, all of a sudden raging at Diomedes, had not knocked the shining whip from his fist. Tears of rage came streaming down his cheeks as he watched Eumelus' mares pulling farther ahead, and his team losing pace, no whip to lash them on. But Athena, missing nothing of Phoebus' foul play that robbed Diomedes, sped to the gallant captain, handed him back his whip, primed his team with power, and flying after Admetus' son, in full immortal fury, the goddess smashed his yoke. His mares bolted apart, careening off the track, and his pole plowed the ground. And Eumelus hurled from the chariot, tumbling over the wheel. The skin was ripped from his elbows, mouth, and nostrils. His forehead battered in, scraped raw at the brows, tears filling his eyes, his booming voice choked. But veering round the wreck, Diomedes steered his racers, shooting far ahead of the rest, leaving them in the dust, as Athena fired his team and gave the man his glory. And after him came Atrides, red-haired Menelaus. Next Antilochus, urging his father's horses. Drive, the two of you, full stretch and fast. I don't tell you to match the leader's speed, skilled Diomedes' team. Look, Athena herself just fired their pace and gave their master glory. But catch Menelaus' pair, fast, don't get left behind, or Blaze will shower the two of you with disgrace. Blaze is a mare, why falling back, my brave ones? I warn you both, so help me it's the truth, no more grooming for you at Nestor's hands. The old driver will slaughter you on the spot with a sharp bronze blade if you slack off now and we take a lesser prize. After them, faster, full gallop, I'll find the way, I've got the skill to slip past him there where the track narrows. I'll never miss my chance.